Hey Hofstra fans, welcome to the WBB Mason Coaches Report. Carrie Schreiber, joined now by the Hofstra women's basketball coach, Krista Kilburn-Steveskey. How are you doing today?
Doing great. I'm glad to have a female.
Yeah.
Wow, it's only taken me 9 years. Woohoo!
Well, now the season, it starts in 10 days right here at Hofstra. What's the feeling been like so far for you guys?
Whew, as for a coaching perspective, you never feel like you have enough time. I had a great visit with my staff yesterday, and we were just trying to sort through what's short term to be ready in 10 days and then what's our long term. So I think that everybody feels this way this time of year. You're unsure, you have a good crop, but you have a lot of youth and you have a lot of development that needs to keep happening and a lot of coming together. So I think there's always a lot of mixed emotions, excitement, but then yet you need time.
And now you guys have been working hard, practicing in that brand new practice facility. What does it mean to you knowing that the university gave you that facility to call your own with them?
Yeah, you can't thank them enough to have an opportunity to always be able to work out with your players. The extra time for them to get shots up, the recruiting aid that does for recruitment, but more so just the development for the players. And it was just it's a nice thing. And to be here in all those years, searching for a place to get shots up, now there's no excuses. You have a place, we can get better and we need to get better.
And now, of course, looking at practices, what have you seen from the team so far?
High energy, great learning curve. There was a couple coaches that came to visit yesterday. One, Harvey Pizer, came to watch practice, and then someone came to watch the men's practice, but he came a little early for our practice. And they were just talking about how attentive our kids are, how responsive they are. These are the things that we're saying. Just again, high energy, trying to learn, understanding, trying to come together, and just working hard. We can always work harder. We can always work harder. We can always be tougher. But this is where they are now.
And now a lot of new players this season. Which stand out to you so far? Who can we expect some surprises from?
Yeah, in the new category, there's just a lot of really solid freshmen that really have their heads on straight. They're great in the classroom. They're focused. They know why they're here, and they want to win a championship. And I think that is what's kind of making them separate sometimes, from the rest of the pack. So Sinead Durant did a great job in the scrimmage. Aliana Leon did a great job, and all the way from Steph Aramis, and to Olivia. Olivia was, first time getting out there too for everybody, so they had a little bit of nerves, but I just felt like Aliana and Sinead did a great job. It really didn't play like freshmen.
And Sinead Durant was someone at Media Day, you said, we might be seeing her on these walls. What stands out about her that gives you that sense of confidence?
Well, it's funny, like from that day though, good 7 days after that, I think it overwhelmed her a little bit, and I think she's calmed down. But it was interesting right after those words come out. You put a little pressure on somebody, but she's physically gifted, stronger, than the competition. Rebounds extremely well. Has a lot of basic skills that she has developed before she got in this door. Played for an outstanding AAU program with the Jersey Sparks, and Keith does a great job with his players, have them ready for college. He has a lot of players all over West Virginia and Louisville. So his kids are ready, and I think she came in ready. So that's what separates her. But I'll hear all the players talk about her physical strength. So it's deceiving too, because she doesn't look that empowering when you see her, and she's just extremely smart on the floor.
And you talked about youth a little bit, not even having one senior on this team. How does that pose as a challenge when looking for leadership? Yeah,
I think that's probably your biggest challenge. When you look on the floor sometimes, everyone's trying to have a voice, but consistently who's giving you that voice? And I think when you're not even giving consistent play yet, and then you need a consistent voice, and it takes a pretty strong person. So I think collectively people have been stepping up. I just think that is a gap that is going to have to be filled, by the team. You can't just delegate someone and say this person's it. I think it's going to have to come out naturally. And there's some people that have it. They just need to, exert their will and just say that, because you wouldn't want to just be on a ship that's sinking. Is what I always say. You want to lead and direct, and so we have those pieces. And I think that's where the coming together is right now, to me personally, is getting these guys to, start being you and bringing to the table what you bring every day.
Now, last season you guys went 500 in the conference and then fell in the quarterfinals to Drexel. What needs to happen this year to take that extra step and be able to
Yeah.
go further on in the tournament?
Well, we definitely have to get tougher. We have to compete harder with each other in practice. Players need to step up. You know, I always keep telling them, great players make plays. You know, Kelly Loftus has got to play consistent, and that doesn't mean, you know, just with her shot. She's such a versatile player across the board. So I think sometimes getting people out of their roles, they realize that, you know, that you're more than just one thing. And you know, so I just keep, you know, she had a great practice yesterday, and you know, her head is on straight. You know, you just got to keep, you know, keep coaching her up and just telling her, you know, how well she can be. You know, just around the court, Crystal Luciano does a great job leading the ship, so she has got to do well. And then you can't go without saying, you know, the person that splashed off the page. You talked about the youth in the beginning, but the person that splashed off the page in the scrimmage was Elo Faroka. And you know, you talk about somebody that's just a natural leader because she's positive all the time. She's consistently positive. And so, you know, whether that's just standing right in everybody's face right now. She is the person that can lead this team, and others need to follow because she is consistently positive no matter what happens, no matter how somebody treats, no matter what goes on. So I think as she feels comfortable with that role, you know, there's an emerging, you know, leader, you know, out of her as well. So Sid Epps has been out for a while. She's back, so it's nice to have her back in the lineup. And then Deion Thomas-Palmer is another one that did very well, you know, both in the scrimmages and on the floor. So we have a lot of bright spots, you know, everywhere, and you know, just pulling them together. So, you know, to answer your question directly, it's just a toughness. We have to compete. We have to just have a relentless about us that, you know, we're not going to settle because we didn't have a good season last year. Whether we were, you know, a mixed bag of youth, even at that point with 2 seniors. You know, but it's you know, it has to be a willingness, and you know, they have to have that drive.
Now finally, Coach, your 9th season with the Pride. You've seen a lot of teams here at Hofstra. What stands out to you about this 2014-15 team?
Yeah, we have obviously more height, more development in the post than we've had since I've been here. And so we just have a good mix. If we play that inside-out game and really complement our strengths, you know, really play to our strengths and put people in the right position and play together. So I think it's a combination of, you know, what we have to do as a coaching staff, you know, and the understanding of what we're running and how we're attacking, you know, so our players can see, you know, get the ball, you know, in the right spot for the right person to score at the advantage, and you know, and let everybody bring value to what they bring on the floor. So I think you're going to see a lot better, you know, maybe not right in the beginning, you know, that's where the coming together is, but, you know, a lot better of understanding, you know, what a good shot is for them, time and situation, and just a little bit more basketball that I'm comfortable with, you know, that this is how our brand of basketball, how we need to play.
All right, well, thank you so much, Coach, for the time.
Appreciate it.
And you can tune in to the WB Mason Coaches Report each and every Tuesday.